Let's see. Let's see. Okay, perfect. All right, now, here we go. Here we go. Hey, y'all. Hold on. Okay, perfect. Okay. Hold on, y'all. It's been a bit. It's been a while. All right. All right, let's get it. Hey, buenos dias. All right, cool. Hello, hi. Hello, hey, y'all. Hey, 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 hey. How y'all doing? Happy Wednesday? Yeah, it's Wednesday. Y'all excuse me, I got a slight cold, okay? Hey, 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 hey. What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? Hey, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. Hey, y'all. Welcome back. Thank you. Hey, hi, India. Hey, Carlo. Suzanne. Hey, hey, Janine. Hey, T. All right, let's get into this. Hey, Michael, let's get into this read. Welcome back to my channel. This is Adana, also known as the Afro Z. Give me 1 second. Let me see something. Okay, perfect. Today I'm reading for the beautiful, handsome collective. Hello, collective. Hi, collective. Let me give y'all some flowers. Flowers, flowers, flowers. Flowers, flowers, flowers. Flowers, flowers, flowers. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell to book a private reading with me or to shop in my store. All that information is in my description box below. All right. So it feels really good to be back. I feel really good. I feel very refreshed, very rejuvenated. I passed my class for this semester. So I'm excited to be back here with you guys. Let's get into this read. This is more of a darker read today. So I just want to make that very clear. This may trigger some of you guys. It's not my intention, but sometimes that's just the way the read goes. Okay. Keep in mind I'm a Scorpio. So Scorpios love to dive deep. All right. But on a serious manner here. So there are, I had a lot of downloads as I was away from social media, and I saw a lot of like transitions happening here. So the channel messages back to back deaths have them switching sides. Okay. So specifically collective, divine collective here, I really need for you to understand your power or the inner parts of you that make you you. Okay. It's very powerful. You may not be aware of that. You may not have stepped into that yet, but the individuals that tend to try to come up against you for whatever reason that they want to come up against you here, they're now getting a rude awakening. A rude awakening to the point that they don't like what is happening with them and also surrounding them. So if you were an individual, and please keep in mind that this is a collective read, not everything I want to mention to you is going to resonate, okay? Take what resonates and leave the rest, all right? Now, if you have had a group of people, specifically family or friends, that may have been like stalking you or trying to kind of get you off your golden path here, there are a lot of things that are happening behind the scenes here in regards to people falling really ill and getting really sick here. So this is just an example. So let's just say you had a group of friends that were like mocking you or trying to like cause some form of harm or, gossiping or whatever the case may be towards you here. Their circle as well, so their family and friends, they have been falling sick to the point where everyone within the group here is now alerted or more so alarmed as to what is happening. So a lot of people are falling ill and they don't like that. They don't like that because they're realizing you gave them a warning to, to back up off of you, to leave you alone here. And they did not want to take the warning or heed the warning here. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you. Hey, Shine Project. So now they're in a rude awakening here where they're trying to switch sides to more so appease you. They feel like if they are able to come in with an apology, or we'll say a bogus apology, or if they're able to kind of show you that they have changed here, that the karma that they're going through is not going to be as harsh as we mentioned that it was going to be here. I guess again, I can't tell you guys what to do, but this is what is happening here behind the veil if you're not able to see. But a lot of people are actually really sick right now, and they are trying to figure out ways to kind of get back into your good graces here. They're trying to apologize to you in some way, shape, or form here, so they can get out of this, we'll say, gruesome situation or circumstance, and it's very gruesome here. Also, I want to thank you guys for the ones that purchased me something off my birthday list. Thank you so much for that. I did receive this True Crime Oracle card. So I don't know who sent it, but I definitely am appreciative of you purchasing this deck for me. I have other decks that still have not arrived yet. So when they do arrive, I'm definitely gonna give you a shout out, okay? So let's go deeper into this read. I definitely wanted to tap into this true crime here, but they're feeling very scared and very disoriented here because they're seeing basically you were the calm before the storm, or you gave the warnings before the actual storm happened here, and now that they're realizing that everything that you have said, because you're ahead of time. So let's just say you gave someone a warning, and the warning doesn't happens until maybe 2, 3, 4, or 5 years down the line. Okay, so when you're a type of individual where you gave the warning before they didn't listen, they thought you were odd or you were off or something was very delusional with you, and that's not the case here. You were just very ahead of your time, and now that everyone is catching up to where you were beforehand, people are actually like sitting up and they're listening to what you have to say because they're realizing the things that you have said has actually came true. Oh, well. Hey. Hey, look. So like I mentioned to you guys, you are the secret here, okay? The secret is the truth. You are the truth. And they thought that you were hiding something besides your truth. They thought that your secrets were surrounding lies, and that's not the case here. Hey, Ted. Hey, y'all. Hey, Misha. That's not the case. The secret was the truth. You were the truth. And they weren't able to comprehend it, or they weren't able to understand it, or they weren't able to decipher what you were trying to say to them here. So now that everything is not really working out in their favor here, they're trying to figure out how they could stop it from happening. And it's someone's name is Nancy. We have mind control here. Y'all excuse my nails. I'm gonna get my nails done as soon as I get off live, okay? I didn't have time. All right. So don't come too much at me for my nails. I feel like I was fighting a bear, okay? I'm just being honest. Hey, Twister. So mind control and secret, yes. The secret to them in regards to this so-called mind control is that they thought that they had control over your mind. This is what they thought or assumed. They thought that if they can utilize lies in a certain way, that their secrets would be safe, or their secrets would never be exposed. This is what a lot of narcissistic individuals love to do, or portray themselves as if they are some kind of a big bad mind control. We'll call them a freak, because that's what they are. They're very freak of a nature. If that makes sense. So they thought that they were we'll say their tirades or their childish antics here were secretive, and they thought that they really had control over your mind, and they did not. To be honest here, I feel, just hear me out, I feel like when it comes to truth here, when someone finally realizes or recognizes the truth as to what it is here, it can come off as a form of a mind control, because they feel like that now that you are inside of their mind. They feel like that you know things that you should not have known. They feel like that you know things before it plays out or it pans out here. So now they feel like that you are in their mind. Hopefully that makes sense. So you're going to have to take that how that resonates, because that's going to be, everyone's perspective is going to be slightly different in regards to how you perceive this here. But the secret here was the truth. And the truth is that their mind is being controlled by the truth, or their mind is being destroyed by the truth. So this is why they feel, because remember, you are the actual truth. You walk the truth, you speak the truth, you honor the truth, you operate in truth. So you are the truth, if that makes sense, all across the board, all 10s across the board here. With mind control here, this is why they feel this way, and it's not working. It's not working out in the way that they anticipate. Hey, Tarsh. So you have someone that is really in their mind, like 24/7. They can't stop thinking about you. They can't stop thinking about the things that you said to them. They can't stop thinking about the warnings that you also gave to them as well, too. Because it's like, how the f do you know this? Spirit, God, Jesus, universe, Krishna, Buddha, however way y'all do y'all thing. That big fella up there, okay? Take it how it resonates, okay? You also were very precise surrounding someone's accident. So someone had a really bad accident. It could be an actual car accident. It could be a house fire. Some kind of an accident here that you were spot on, and that spooked the hell out of them. It really did. Exactly how you stated it was going to play out, exactly verbatim as to how it was going to play out, is exactly how it played out here. And again, they are here. This is where they are. Control. They feel like you have a lock or you have a key on their mind. We have a boat here. So they're trying to get away, or they're trying to get to calmer waters, or they're trying to move to safety, or they're trying to boat themselves to safety here. And they're just being washed ashore, if that makes sense. So when you're on a beach or you're walking down the lines or the tides of the beach here, things tend to wash ashore, and that's what's happening here. Their silly antics here are now being washed ashore for everyone to see. It's like, you ever been to the beach and you may see like a squid or a jellyfish being kind of pushed up on the like on the beach here, and it's so interesting to see. If you ever saw like a jellyfish before, it's very odd looking. It just looks alien like. If you ever saw a jellyfish on like the beach, this is how they look here. They look very see-through. A jellyfish is very see-through, very translucent. You can see through everything within the jellyfish body here. And this is how they feel. This is how they look. They feel visible, or they feel very translucent, or more so transparent to you, and they don't like that feeling. They don't like the feeling of feeling very vulnerable or feeling very open like this, because you literally see everything. Again, my spirit keeps saying, go back to this. This is why they feel you have some form of control over their mind. I keep telling you, if you don't like somebody, leave them alone. You don't have to bother people. There's people I don't like. You know what I do? I block them and I move on with life. I don't go bothering them. I don't make fake pages. I don't throw daggers at them. I leave them alone. And everybody has a choice. Leave people alone. You warned them to leave you alone. You did. You did. No, you don't know what to talk about. And you did it. Okay. All right. Well, whatever. Somebody watching Sanford and Son? Because I'm hearing oh man. Somebody could be a junkie or a junk or hoarder. Someone's a hoarder. Or you may have left someone because they hoard a lot, or they may have been hoarding in the past. They were stuck in the past. Someone loves watches or wristwatches, or you may like timepieces, something with the time. I'm also seeing legal proceedings with lies as well too. Yes. Someone's name is Thomas or Timothy or Thompson. So with lies and proceedings, or lies and legal proceedings here, ooh, wow. Y'all taking them to court, or you are thinking about taking them to court. If you decide to take them to court, you're going to win hands down. Unanimous 100% is going to rule in your favor here. If this person was to come to court, their mind wouldn't be in a good space. They're not in a good space mentally. So, and it will really, how can I put that? So this is hypothetically, let's say you decide to take this person to court, right? and they show up to court. It won't make sense as to what they're saying. It'll be very incoherent or a lot of gibberish in regards to what they're saying here. They wouldn't be able to represent themselves or defend themselves. And it's going to make the people within the juror or whatever, however, the jury here who is watching or proceeding over the case here, they're going to realize that something is off with this person here. Also, life insurance is here as well too. So that's also going to be coming out in court as well too. If someone felt like that they were God in your life and they thought that they can kind of cash you out by trying to create some form of a life insurance policy underneath your nose here, that's also going to be coming out in court. A lot of what's going to come out in court is the incoherentness or the gibberish that they're going to speak. They're going to blame everything on you, and that's fine. We don't care because truth is truth here. And people are going to realize that they're not right in their mind or not mentally stable here, and that's what's going to break the case. Someone's name is Dalton. Everyone has deserted this person. So whoever was the ringleader in this situation, friend, family, lover, ex-spouse, ex-lover, whoever, however, aunt, brother, cousin, sister, co-worker, however resonates in your story here, everyone has deserted this person because they have their own issues that they have to deal with within their family dynamic here. And everyone is pushing blame towards this person, which yet again is why they're deep in their mind here, because everyone has turned their back on them and is putting this person in the position where they're going in a downward spiral because they're trying to figure out how did they get seen or how did they get caught here, and they don't like it. They don't like this feeling of feeling very exposed. I mean, hey, shoot, we didn't like it. We talked about it for the ones that did. Shoot. We have surveillance here. Yeah, so people deserted them, but they're also watching them closely. So yes, even though they left them behind and they're dealing with their other things and their family and their friend circle here, they're still being surveilled by the individuals that left them behind, if that makes sense. They just feel like all eyes are on them, or a lot of eyes are on them. The answer is yes, a lot of eyes are on them here. So missing is here. So this person may try to attempt to come up missing. They may go missing. They may try to, I gotta be careful with my words. They may try to do something sneaky to come up missing, if that makes sense, to kind of push the blame onto another person. So what I'm picking up here is that they're going to try to shift the blame amongst another person within the group. Somebody's eating pho, or you love pho, Vietnamese food, or you may love Korean chicken, or something Korean or Korean barbecue that just popped up from you, or someone loves a lot of onions, or you could be utilizing onions in your socks. That could be an old remedy, you know, maybe a family member or a friend may have taught you here, or maybe you're just into herbology. So however resonates. Someone's name is Madison or Madeline. But with missing here, this is the plan. They're trying to come up missing, but they're trying to blame it on another person here. So that way they can get the heat or take the heat off of them, but it's not going to work. They don't like that you know what is happening to them. That just really freaks them out here. Yeah, ego. You got this person's ego was in the trash. Okay. And it was all because of jealousy, which is the most silliest thing ever. We all can agree to disagree, but I strongly feel jealousy and envy is the most silliest thing that another person can harbor within themselves, or they can have within themselves here. Because again, we all have the same 24 hours in the day, and I just don't see the reason to be jealous of another person's, you know, success or path, you know, because they or you guys decided to do what you need to do to ensure that you are or becoming successful. If that makes sense. So this is me personally, my perspective here. I just don't see the need or the reason to be jealous or envious of another person when they also are allotted that same 24 hours. That's just my opinion here. With their jealousy and envy, they thought that if they put those two together here, that it can collide together and it can cause some form of a downfall or a windfall of destruction or chaos for you here. And it's not working out in the way that they anticipate. This is like jealousy. It's like, it just doesn't make sense. Someone could be in a motel right now. Yeah, so this is the last space or spot that they could be in. They may have had a home, they may have had an apartment, some form of other living arrangement, and they no longer have that anymore. So now they're being forced to live in a motel or a hotel, and they don't They don't like that. They don't like their living situation right now. They're blaming you for that. We don't care, okay? You don't care. You should not be at fault, or you shouldn't take blame for what another person do towards you. That makes sense? You told them to stop messing with you. You told them to stop fucking with you, and they wouldn't listen. Okay, well, somebody could be working with Thor, the hammer of Thor. Okay, you may work with Jupiter energy. So I'm going to astrology for a little bit. Or you might be a walking karma. You may have a placement in Saturn, okay? Or you may work closely with Saturn energy, however it resonates. Someone's name is Malik, M-A-L-I-K, or Malika. So however it resonates, okay? Abuse and neglect is here. So the things that they have done towards you, abusing you and neglecting you. And remember, abuse and neglect comes in many different ways. It could be a financial abuse, mental abuse, physical abuse, emotional abuse, spiritual abuse, however it resonates. But there are many forms of abuse that this person may have attempted to inflict onto you here, and people are seeing the bigger picture when it comes to that this person is completely 100% guilty in regards to the criminalistic ways that they try to inflict onto you here, and it's backfiring like crazy. Even the organized crime that was a part of this here, they don't want anything to do with this anymore, because they're realizing by them coming together here, they made a disaster that they can't get out of. Yeah, they created a huge disaster that they can't get out of here. Even though it was organized to do this foolish things towards you here, the disaster that they made is something that they can't clean up. It's so big that everyone is seeing it. Okay, you ever notice when you're watching the news, if you're one to watch the news or read the paper or whatever, and you see something so big and so catastrophic that it brings forth a lot of attention of viewers or so, that's what's happening here. People are just watching this person that created this man-made disaster kind of like fall into the pits of hell here. So you will have to take that, how that resonates. Okay, so you've been working on your inner childhood here, or your inner child energy. You could be painting, you could be doing more of creative things, you could be into crafts as well. You could be saving for a rainy day, or now you're feeling like you can save more. So for the collective, the divine collective that is doing your work, if you are consistently positively doing work, you're going to see results. You're going to see positive progress and positive results. Okay, I feel like you're in a space where you can now start to save money, or you may have like a nest egg. You don't have to put that down. This is just a confirmation, okay? But there's something about finances here that is accruing, or it's going up here, or it's evolving for you because you're putting in the work within your inner self. So it's starting to reflect outwardly, if that makes sense. Also, someone is going to be reunited with a sibling here. So if you, and it's not going to resonate for everybody, but if you felt like you had like a sibling or a long lost sibling out there, you're going to be reunited. But I feel like you won't be reunited until all this is made public, like public, because when it's made public, then the long lost sibling is going to realize that there's some form of a connection between you and them. And this is how you guys are going to come together here. Okay. So his name is Marcus or Marco. So his name is Mallory. So his name is Edison. So you decided to take the golden path here. If we look at this older man here, and I'm going to use astrology as an example. Some people like to call Saturn as like a daddy Saturn, because Saturn is really good for karma. Good karma and negative karma is also good for lessons, restrictions, and is also good for time. And there's many different other stipulations surrounding Saturn here. But from an astrological standpoint here, again, I strongly feel like you were allowing yourself to follow the higher, the higher power, or listening to the inner guidance of self here. And now because you decided to listen to the elder part, if that makes sense, because I feel like When you're on your spiritual path here, there are parts of you that are very old, right? But very wise. I call that part the elder parts of you. We all have an elder part within ourselves. We just might not have been able to unlock it yet. And we're not able to unlock the elder parts within ourselves until we're able to experience whatever experience that we need to experience to get the lesson, if that makes sense. And I feel like you guys are, for the ones that are doing their work, you're coming into that elder space or state within yourself here, where now you're having the correct tools, the correct edification, the correct information here, and it's helping you to be placed in that elder space or state, if that makes sense. So it's like, because there's many parts of you. You have an inner child part of you, you have an inner elder part of you, and other different aspects of you here. And I feel like they're all coming together here and is now putting you back on the golden path that other people try to get you off of here. So you're doing what you're supposed to do, and it shows. Someone's name is Einstein, or maybe, thank you. Maybe you were reading up on Einstein, Albert Einstein. I'm also hearing Thomas Edison. So you could be into science or scientific things, or maybe you have a science background. Maybe you went to school for science, okay? Or maybe you love those type of like long scientific codes or numbers or, you know, things of that nature, okay? Uh-oh. But whatever you're doing, collective, it's really working. Continue doing it, okay? It's really working for you guys. Okay, let's see what else. Yeah, you see the shadow part of them coming out? That's their true nature. Yeah, their true, hey, A-Pop. So their true nature is coming out. So every time they yell or they scream here, and they're screaming in more so frustration, or they're screaming in anger. And if you look closely at this little boy, he look like Puss in Boots. You see how big the shoes are? It was like he was trying to put his feet in shoes that doesn't fit him. Yeah, he's a Puss in Boots. He was trying to emulate something or someone, and it wasn't his character, is basically what I'm saying here. And he's very angry that he wasn't able to fill his feet in someone else's shoes. And it's very important to make sure that you don't try to walk in another person's shoes or path. That person's path is for them, despite whatever path that you may be on. Stick to your path and your path only. Don't worry about what another person's path may be. Because when you start to veer off of your path and you start looking into other people's paths here, you're going to start to slow yourself down. Don't slow yourself down for anybody. Yeah, some people may be a little successful than you are. Okay, cool. Becoming inspired by others that may be slightly more successful than you. There's no need for jealousy, and there's damn sure no need for envy. That makes sense? Yes, I'm slightly... Okay, raw garlic? Ew. All right. Ew. Okay. All right, Stamp. Raw garlic. Ugh. But all right, I'm going to try it. Oh, man. I'm going to do a little bit, though. Not too much, because I have some cinnamon, honey, and lemon tea. I just have a stuffed nose. That's all. Is it? All right, y'all. I'm gonna try it. Oh, Lord, y'all. All right. So now we have. Yeah, so if you look closely here, there's like a little, we'll just say a person here. There's a person here that feels alone, despite them being in a room full of people here. This person is pondering. They're unsure of what's to come next. They're unsure if things are going to work out for them in a positive way. They're uncertain, basically. And you can feel the uneasiness or the uncertainty that this person is feeling here. And they're looking for some form of help or assistance here. And they're in a dangerous space within their mind, okay? They feel very restless here. Rest is in reverse. Okay? They're feeling very restless here. Everybody's blaming them for the deaths of other people. So I'll put it this way. So the ringleader and the people that were surrounding the ringleader, let's just say a friend was involved. That friend is having issues with their friends and family when they're sick. Let's say a family member was involved. Well, the family member that you disconnected from, now they're having issues with their family or their friends. So everyone that was involved, because it starts in the middle, this is the ringleader in the middle, and it's branching out. So there's a line that is connected to the ringleader here, because everyone was connected to the ringleader here, and everyone's energy was connected to the ringleader. The ringleader doesn't have any energy. So it's like they were connected to something that wasn't giving them life or wasn't giving them energy, if that makes sense. So it was like a leech trying to, all the individuals that were surrounding the ringleader here, they tried to leech off the ringleader's energy, but they don't have any energy. So if they don't have any energy, they're going to feel depleted at the end here. And that is what's happening here. They're feeling very depleted here with karma. Yes. They don't want the attention anymore with attention whore. They don't want people seeing what they're going through anymore. Hey, it is what it is. Learn to leave people alone. Oh, horseradish? I believe you, because yeah, I believe you with that one. Oh, yeah, I believe you with the horseradish. Yes, yeah, I believe you with that one. They can no longer plot on you. So if you feel like they are plotting on you, for the ones that resonate, they cannot plot on you anymore. The moment that you are awakened to truth is the moment that the plotting stops. It can't happen anymore, okay? Could be a Taurus. You could be a Taurus, or they could be a Taurus. However it resonates, okay? Now, for the ones that resonate, so if you were inappropriately touched as a youngster, okay, because I got to be careful with my words. If you were inappropriately touched as a youngster here, for the ones that resonate, and you were either, you are a Taurus or you were dealing with a Taurus here, this is why they did this towards you here, because they did not want you to speak up in regards to you being inappropriately touched when you were younger, okay? Yeah, they cannot bully you anymore. They cannot. They cannot at all. Someone's making tacos, or you love tacos. Okay, if you're making a Mediterranean dish or Greek food, you may love Greek foods, or salt and vinegar chips. Someone loves salt and vinegar chips to the point where you will eat so much of it that it may actually start to like burn your mouth. I don't know who that's for. Yeah. Hey, boo. Miss Dame. Hey, boo. Hey, Empress. Miss Carmelita. How y'all doing? Thank you. Let's see what else. We have hiding something here. Yeah, they were hiding the fact that they were trying to bully you into submission, or they were trying to bully you to stay quiet. It is not working here. Everyone is trying to figure out how to stop these back-to-back transitions, and they don't know how to. Everybody is just trying to jump ship to come to your ship. That'd be a negative, ninja. If they cannot beat you, hear me and hear me well, collective, okay? If they cannot beat you, they can't join you. One more time. If them heifers cannot beat you, big old you, they damn sure cannot join you, okay? Fist bump. They can no longer use you at all. I never understood that saying. If they can't beat you, join them. No, ninja, you can't join me at all. The hell wrong with you? Shit. Let's see what else. They cannot use you anymore. And this is why they had the plethora of fools, the dunces, to come together to try to use one little brain cell. And this is a lot. One little brain cell that they all came together to connect to, and it all fizzed out, or it all they destroyed themselves basically here. I will be coming back on live later on with another live. I gotta get my nails done. This look a mess. Let's see what else. Where I'm at right now. Someone's drinking Patron, or you love Patron. Controlling is in reverse. They can't control you at all. The minute that you are aware of the truth cannot control you. Well, what can you control with truth? The truth is what it is. Lies are being placed to keep control, or to keep a certain something in control. Not truth. The truth releases you. It doesn't control you. So the moment that you are fully aware, cognizant of the truth, it's not going to control you. And that's what they were afraid of. Oh, well. There's a friend here. Wow. There's a friend here that is really regretting for how they treated you here. They now develop trust issues surrounding the whole scenario situation. Take that how that resonates. You divorced this friend, or miscarried, not in a pregnancy term, more so the connection. You've miscarried, or you disconnected from this friend here, okay? This friend could be in a domestic violence situation here. They're wanting help. Let them call Barney Fife. They can call Sesame Street. Shit, they can call whoever they need to. Oh, excuse me. I need some tissue. Give me 1 sec. I'll be back. Oh, I love it, y'all. Oh, man. I will be coming back to a live and my nose stopped up. Y'all excuse me. Let's see what else. Yeah, there's a friend that's in a domestic violence situation, but here's whoever that you were with at the time. This so-called friend tried to place you in a domestic violence situation here. You could be a man or a woman. Take a how resonates. And the same thing they wanted for you is the same thing that is happening to them now. So this person is trying to figure out how to escape a very volatile situation here. And they feel like that they can come towards you for help. Again, I can't tell you guys what to do, but I highly advise you guys to stay out of this. Call the cops if you need to call the cops, if you feel led to do something. But you actually getting in the middle of what this friend got going on, it shouldn't be any of your concern. Pray is in reverse. They're trying to pray themselves out of this really tumultuous situation here. You have siblings here. Siblings were involved in this, however it resonates for you. There's a lot of people, so however it resonates for your story here, there are a lot of people here that are going through the things that they wanted you to be placed in here. And no one's laughing anymore. It's not funny anymore. They want out of the situation. They want everything to stop, and it's bringing out their mental illness even more. And the reason why I say mental illness, first off, jail came out, so they're in a mental incapacitated state. They can't get out of their mind for how they treated you, so they're stuck in their mind for how they treated you. And the keys are playing over and over and over and over based on what they have done here, so that's one way. The next way here in regards to mental illness here is that not all, but for these specific individuals here that tend to cause harm for the individuals that do carry some form of a mental illness here. They're causing a lot of harm to themselves because yet again, they're stuck in this mental state that they placed themselves in. All you did was spoke the truth. Remember, they said that they kept speaking the truth. And when the truth finally came up for others to see here, they weren't able to handle it. So that tells you there that they weren't telling the truth to begin with here. Could be a Pisces, however it resonates. that is not open or ready for the sudden changes that are happening here. So either you are the Pisces, you're going to be on the up and up on a positive grand scale of things if you're doing your inner work, okay? Remember, if you want the best of the best in life, however that resonates for you, you have to go inwardly. Okay, that's the number one requirement in order for you to become successful in whatever it is that you want to be successful with, health wise, wealth wise, mental wise, psychological, emotional, physical, however it resonates. But you must go inwardly to receive the gifts within self. Okay, so either you're a Pisces on the up and up, or there's a Pisces on the opposite scale here that is not doing so well. Okay. Someone's name is Trayvon or Trayvonna. Good morning. Stressed out is in reverse, okay? You're in a space, or soon to be in a space, where you're not going to be feeling stressed out anymore, because it's really over. It's the end. All of this is coming to an end. All of it. And the end is actually transition. You warn them. You say, hey, such and such going to get sick. Hey, such and such is not going to do well. Hey, such and such may pass away. Man, you don't want to talk about. Okay. And when that first person started to get sick and passed away, it started to it's like a domino effect is what took place. Oh, well. Yes, sir. Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. That's the shocking message here. Yeah. Hey, Brian. Well, sucks to be them. Hey. Sucks to be them. We got good luck in reverse. Yeah, they're not having any good luck whatsoever. Yeah. Thank you for the gifts, y'all. Thank you so much. Unable to express emotions because they're dumbfounded by your truth. Your prophecy, you being able to peel or peek into the future. It was able to 100% verbatim told them exactly what was going to happen. Oh, well. They called you a devil for being able to see past their foolishness. They called you a devil or demonic because they couldn't understand what you were saying. Now they understand what you're saying. Now they're trying to come on your side. No, this is not nationwide, okay? For real, stop. It's not nationwide. Shit, we got the pressure here. Okay? Nationwide is not on their side. You hear me? So his name is Davido. Ernest, Erline. Emily, Emily, Emily. We have hidden agenda. Yeah. The agenda is not so hidden anymore, huh? You know what? I like that. Brian states, I am better than Allstate. They are in good hands with me. So look at the actual symbol of Allstate. Okay, I'm gonna break that down for y'all. The symbol Allstate. So if you're in the United States, we all know that Allstate is a car insurance carrier, right? But if you look closely at the actual logo here, I'm gonna spin it a bit. Allstate could be you are in good hands surrounding a spirit, a source, divine, universe, however way you do your things, right? But all states, so you are good in all states. You're good in your mental state. You're good in your physical state. You're good in your psychological state. You're good in your financial state, right? You carry many different states within yourself here. And because you are connected with the all state here and all good hands here, no one can mess with you. And that's what they're realizing. They can't mess with you. They realize a little bit too late with fake Empress here. So however it resonates, a mom, a sister, a cousin, a friend, a ex-lover, ex-spouse. Yep. They're in dark energy as well. Okay. Dark energy here. And they feel broken. Yeah, they do. They feel really broken by what they've done. They use money to destroy you. Think about that for a second. They put a price on your life because they thought that that's what it was. They thought that you weren't priceless. And I feel anyone that puts a price on something, you need to stay far away from, because if they're willing to put a price on someone's head or a price on someone's life, they don't have good intentions for you. That's how I feel about the situation here. But you are priceless, which is why no matter how much money that they threw towards someone or they gave towards someone to cause some form of something towards you here, it didn't work. It didn't work. And they're broke. They're broken in many different ways. Financially, mentally, psychologically, physically, mentally, etc., etc. It didn't work. Hey, Kingdom. The only thing they did was that they took from themselves because they're in a stuck energy here. Yeah, they're a thief of joy, thief of everything else. And as much as they take in from themselves is why they're in the stuck energy right now. And if you don't have any energy to move forward, look at a car. If you don't have any gas in the car's not going to move. If you have not gotten a good night's rest the night before, you're not going to be able to do anything for yourself. Everything requires some form of an energy, a source of energy, some way, somehow. And this thief, this group of thieves here, tried to suck everything or out of something or someone here because they didn't have it for themselves. So because they didn't have it for themselves here, yet again, this is why they're stuck and they feel broken. That's a them issue, not you, which is why they are in the streets. Could be a mental thing as well too. Okay, these people are creating many different roads and avenues and highways within their mind here because their mind is racing, if that makes sense. They have many different cars within their mind. Hopefully that makes sense. They're creating many different roads within their mind here because they're trying to figure out which is the best exit to get out of their head or out of their mind in regards to how they treated you. And every time they try to exit out of their mind, another roadblock pops up, and another one, and another one, and another one here. Toxic family here, and then spiritual awakening. So they are stuck in a loop. Yes, come talk to me, Spirit. We have weak here. Spiritual awakening is in reverse with toxic family here. You left the family dynamic that refuses to awaken. Okay, that's on them. And they're very weakened by them not wanting to awaken themselves here. They're stuck in this toxic loop of toxicity here. Yeah, could be an Aquarius. You could be an Aquarius or they could be, however it resonates, okay? We also have Libra here. You could be a Libra or they could be a Libra, however it resonates. Y'all don't look at my nails, okay? Oh, man. Someone, oh, okay. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Somebody, wow. Okay, we have abortion here in legal matters. I feel like somebody that may have been, this is trigger warning, somebody that may have been pregnant here. Someone may have gave you something in a cup or food or something, and it caused you to have like an abortion or a spontaneous abortion or something, or you may have lost a child. There's criminal charges and you'll be able to definitely use, or you'll definitely be able to take against this person here. Wow, that's evil. Could be a Capricorn. What the that's real evil. There was a Capricorn that was a rival. So if, just take how it resonates. If you were pregnant or you know someone that was pregnant and they didn't want you to have a baby or this child here, they may have, this is sad. They did something to make you have a miscarriage or an abortion. You may have always felt, but you couldn't pinpoint, or you couldn't, like you didn't have evidence surrounding that. Here's your evidence here. You want to get justice for that? Hey, Keisha, thank you. This is sad. Yeah, transition is here. Yeah. Yeah. Transition is here. That's sad. Financial failure, and they thought that by doing this here, and they were laughing when they did this. This is something that you might not have been aware about. So you were going through a miscarriage here or a loss of a child here, and they were laughing that this was happening here. You may have also been in a financial state where your finances weren't, at the best at the moment here, and they laughed at that as well too. But they were the reason why that you were in that predicament or situation here, and all that they have done has now caused them to be stuck in your head here. So this is why they're spiraling out of control for everyone to see, because people are just seeing just how dark and evil this person was towards you here. For the one that resonated, of course, okay? You may have been married to this person. My God. This is some sick stuff. You're no longer confused by this person. Yeah, this person did not want you to have a child with them. So again, however it resonates. You could be the woman that went through this, or maybe the man that went through this. However it resonates. But you're no longer confused by this person's motives. They also work with candles as well too, to make this, to make this happen. All just to see you like suffer, but more so like an emotional suffer, emotional and psychological suffer. And if you put those two together, that's a recipe for disaster. Your emotions all over the place. You're crying. You could be hyperventilating. You may have a lot of anxiety and things of that nature. And then your mind is not on the right track, or you don't have like a healthy, sound mind. And you put those two together, it's just like, it's not a good space to be in, but they're in right now. This is what they manifested for themselves. This is what they feared. But hey, what you fear is what you're going to manifest. Never ever forget that, okay? What you fear is what you are going to manifest. So it's very important to ensure that you're not manifesting fears, or you're not manifesting out of fear. That's how society wants you to operate in. They want you to operate in a space of fear. And the more that you know yourself, and the more that you're diving deep within yourself, you're going to realize that there's nothing to fear. I'm being so for real with you. You're going to realize that. But you won't realize until you go within yourself. And make sure y'all in the group as well. Wisdom Beyond Wounds, which is on Facebook. We do healing every day. We sure do. We interact with each other every day within the group. If you're very open and you're very serious to healing, because I post a lot of prompts and questions in there that helps you to dive deep within yourself. Is it very helpful? Absolutely. Is it triggering? Yeah, it is. But it's triggering in a way where it's going to help you to get out of the plateau that you may currently be in. Okay? So definitely make sure you get into the group if you're interested. It's called Wisdom Beyond Wounds, and it's on Facebook, okay? So don't manifest out of fear. Manifest out of confidence. Manifest in belief. Manifest that you know that what you want is going to manifest because you said so. Okay? Thank you. Revelation. Thank you, boo. So we have heartbroken. And we have toxic here. Yeah. Heartbroken by the toxicity. Yeah, absolutely. And then family here. Look, pregnancy. Yeah, this is what they tried to do. For some, it may have actually manifested. For some, you may have actually had the baby full term. So take that how that resonates here. That's some sick stuff. Oh, wow. You may have had a child that may have been born unique. We'll say that. They may have been born with we'll just say complications, okay? Lung complications, heart complications, maybe limb complications, whatever, because they were feeding you, or if you were eating from them, they were trying to make you sick while you were pregnant with this child. So either you may have lost this child, my condolences, or for the ones that may have actually carried this baby to full term, they may have been some issues surrounding the baby's, development here. So take that how that resonates, okay? This is why the karma is so harsh, because they included a child in this, or children, however it resonates. So your spirit team is like an eye for an eye. Your spirit team is like the eye of the storm, you know, seeing everything in the, and just clearing everything out. Everyone that's not supposed to be in your way is just being cleared out. You could be in Aries or they could be in Aries, however it resonates. We have drug use and we have self-control is in reverse. So heavy usage of paraphernalia because they're trying to escape and they can't escape. That sucks to be them, child. Oh, well, yeah, on the down low here, sneaky. They're sneaky in regards to escaping what they have done. It's a female or a woman here. A woman in a family that could have been jealous of you being pregnant or having a child. And they did this towards you here. So take that how that resonates. Yeah, the light of the tunnel, the end of the tunnel is here. Or we can look at tunnel as a form of like a womb, right? Because when the baby comes down the canal, it's kind of like a tunnel in that kind of way. So there was a feminine energy within a family dynamic here. It could be a mother figure, a grandmother figure, it could be your mother, it could be the child's grandmother, it could be an aunt, it could be a sibling. But there was a family dynamic here or a family member within the family here that did not want you to have this child. So they put things in your food or your drink here to ensure that this child would not be, live to full term. Sick. And the person that did this here, they're sick right now. Really, really, really sick. They don't even look like themselves. So that could be the ringleader. That person could be the ringleader out of all of this here. So, like I said, it could be your family, or it could be if you have a child with someone or were to have a child with someone, it could be that other side of the family here. Could be a fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay. Or things are burning up in flames here because the truth is now being shown for how it needs to be shown. Someone's name is Miranda, or they're being read their Miranda rights. Someone's name could be Right. Okay. W-R-I-G-H-T or R-I-G-H-T. Right. See? Spouse or partner. Yeah, it was a spouse or partner here if you were with this person. So you could have either been married to this person or could have just been in a common law situation or connection with this person here. So I feel like it was the spouse's family or your partner's family that have done this to you here. What it say? It say paraphernalia and, look what it say. Yeah, they put that in your food, man. This is some real sick ass stuff. My God, what is this? Burial. Yeah, this is some real. What the hell? They tried to bury this, or they thought they wanted to take this to the grave with them. They never thought this would be unburied, or there's a certain word for burials. When someone is buried, but then they bring them back up. Exhumed, that's the word. They didn't think that their secrets would have been exhumed. But your gifts, you were able to see past. Yeah, you were able to use your gifts and see what this person was doing. Again, you may not have been able to pinpoint, or you didn't have actual physical evidence surrounding what this person has done here. Fake death is in reverse. So this person is trying to fake their death or trying to fake what they have done here. It's not working because you're getting justice, which is not hidden. Your justice is going to be in front of everyone to see. My God. This is some crazy stuff. They say when you get in a relationship or a connection, you also got to make sure that you are, you have a good relationship with the mother figure or the father figure, because if they don't like you, then you're going to have a hard time you know, connecting with the lover or the person that you're with. So that's very important to also make sure that you cross all your T's and dot all your I's when it comes to the extended family of the lover that you could be with or were with, if that makes sense. Because they could make or break the connection. They really can. It will cause a lot of harm. Yeah, this family is very C-U-N-T. I hate this cult. I call them C-U-N-Ts, the cunters, because that's what they are. They're very cunterish is what they are. There's also pre-transition here. I'm not going to put the word, but the actual S-U-I-C, you know, if that makes sense. So, this is heavy. Okay. Oh, Lord, y'all, this is heavy. So because you've, we'll say, exhumed the cunters, and everyone can call them by name, this person is going to ixnay themselves, and it's going to be all over social media, okay? It's going to be all over social media. They can't handle people talking about them in a negative way. They can't handle the turn of events in regards to how this all played out here. People could be talking about it on social media. What the you got death and you got social media. So. Yeah, you'll hear about someone. Hold on, let me find my words. That's why I'm struggling, man. Hold on, let me find my words. Okay, some women take like a pill or drink or something and take themselves out that way. Because because you found out revenge is in reverse. You found out everything that happened here, and people are calling them out, and this person can't take that heaviness of people knowing what they did, so they're going to they're in so much regret. It was a grandparent. Yes. What is this? What the so it was the grandparent of the child, of your child, that did this to you. That tried to triangulate you with the lover here. Yes, they did. I can't post too many of these cards on here because they're really graphic. They tried to... If your person left you for someone and they became a couple, they also were involved in this as well too, because strangulation is on here. Triangulation and strangulation is on here. So they were trying to triangulate. So this ex here had another person and they were involved and they were trying to triangulate you into... Man, this is heavy. This couple here wanted something bad to happen to you, some form of strangulation, something with the throat, or you may have felt like your throat was very heavy, or you may have felt like you couldn't speak up, or you may have actually been, you know, choked. Something with a baby, though. They did not want you to have this baby. Some real sick ass. They didn't want you to have this baby. This is some sick ass shit, man. Every time I keep trying to put it back in, it keeps coming out. But dismemberment is in reverse. Dismemberment is in reverse here. They couldn't pull you apart. I'll put it that way. They could not pull you apart. They wanted to, but they couldn't. And they thought because you're by yourself that it would have been the best recipe for them to do it. They couldn't do it. They couldn't do it. Crime of passion is in reverse. It was supposed to be a crime of passion here. And Yeah, so this couple is on, we'll just say they're on Front Street. People see them for who they are, the family dynamic, the grandparents of this child as well too. Yeah, they try to create a crime of passion surrounding you, and it didn't work because you were too strong for them. All for a child? Family, a family, strong family. Strong family is here. Hey, Liz. There's a child here. Look, look, there's a child in here. Yeah, they did not want you to have this child. Cover up. They tried to cover it up, but they couldn't cover it up. This is some sick, twisted stuff. Your intuition, you were spot on. You were spot on in regards to feeling you had to get away. You had to protect the safety of this child. Uh-oh. Hold on, let me verify on TikTok. Okay. Your intuition led you to what they were trying to do to you and this child. Affair. It was all because of an affair and greed. Yeah. This is some sick stuff. They're going to jail for this. Yes, they are. But they're already in jail. Like I mentioned, for the ones that resonate, the child that made it to full term is alive. Okay, for the ones that resonate with this part here. But they're going to jail for what they tried to do to this child here. What is this? She's making me sick. Like, who? That's the history of it. Or humanity. Humanity is going to know. So this child is going to live to tell their story. You're living to tell your story because they're in a lot of trouble. Some sick stuff. Hey, Bill. Hi, hey, boo. Okay. Thank you. How my baby doing, Bill? Hi. You were able to identify them by name. Not only you, but others as well. Yeah. Yep. Oh, Lord. And it's spreading like wildfire. The power that you hold within your truth is spilling like wildfire. Mushrooms represents like mold. And we all know when mold starts to grow, it spreads out. So your truth is being spread out for everyone to see. People are very sick by these individuals' twisted minds. So they didn't want you to have this child. And they were with another person. The other person they were with were egging them on to do things, basically giving them the rope to, you know, take care of themselves. So that makes sense here. And that's what's happening. What they wanted for you is what is happening to them. And there's a lot of history, or the history is no longer covered. Remember, people cover up history because there's truth in history. Not lies. Truth. That's why they try to cover up the history. Oh, why you keep talking about that? Oh, go away with that. Why you this? Why you that? Oh, that's the past. No, the truth is in the past, which is why things keep going over and over and over like a cycle until it's time for you to bury or to unbury the truth. The truth will remain stuck. So it came a time when you were called upon. Many are called, few are chosen. Take it how it resonates. And you decide to answer that call, ring-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. You decide to answer the call. You said, okay, now it's time to unbury the past. Now it's time to unbury the history. And that's what you did. You unburied everything that they tried to bury. They buried the truth, which was you. They tried to. That's what they tried to do. There's even dirty laundry in the back of this woman here. A lot of dirty laundry. Everything was right in plain sight. That's the piping hot tea. Let me drink some tea. But that's the piping hot tea. Yes, look. Strong mother figure. Grandmother figure. The mother figure. Thank you. We have eel. Shocker. Moon represents family. Mother figure. Fourth house. Fourth house is family. Strong family ties. I feel like this was a missing piece of the puzzle for whoever resonates here with T. T came back out again. Someone's name could be T, the letter T, or TK, or TJ. Someone's name is Samson. Goliath. Maybe that's someone's name. Maybe you're reading from the Bible, okay? I'm also hearing Solomon Gomorrah. That's also what I'm hearing, okay? So take that how that resonates. I'm going to stop right there because it's getting darker and I don't want my channels to be dinged. But white dress represents, for me, represents funeral. So this child, again, if this child is alive, and they're going to be alive and well if they're alive, okay? For the ones that resonate, but they won't be. They wanted to put this child, you know, and now they're taking their place. They're wearing their funeral dress. They're wearing their funeral suit, if that makes sense. Where is my... Okay, so it could be a Cancer. You could be a Cancer. They could be a Cancer. Hey, Justin, boo. Hey, boo. We have Gemini. I love you, too. Okay, we have Capricorn. We have Capricorn again. We have Scorpio. You could be a Scorpio. They could be a Scorpio. We have Taurus. Leo. Aries. We do two more. Thank you for the gifts, y'all. Aquarius. Good morning. And Capricorn. Strong Capricorn. Okay, thank you. So if that resonates with you guys, please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Don't forget to get into the group called Wisdom Beyond Wounds. If you're truly interested in healing, it's a collective thing. Yes, it's a collective thing. We can heal together. We can create a tribe, a community of mature, emotionally mature individuals. That's all I want. If you're not mature emotionally, please no. I'm being so for real with you, because you have to be emotionally mature in order for you to get the work done. If that makes sense. So Wisdom Beyond Wounds, you can get this book off of Amazon, readily available for purchase. And if you're interested in wanting to be in the group, all I ask is that you engage. The more you engage, the more help you will receive. Okay? Thank you so much for being here. It is truly appreciated. You're more than welcome to join the group if you want to join us. We're on Facebook here. We're in there every day. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being patient with me. It is truly appreciated. I will be back on today. I'm not sure what time, but you will see me back on here today. Again, thank you so much. This is called Wisdom Beyond Wounds. Wisdom Beyond Wounds. It is readily available on purchase for Amazon, or you can just type my name, Madonna Bernard, on Amazon, and all of my publications will pop up on Amazon as well too. All right. Again, thank you so much for being here. You truly appreciate it. I love you guys. Stay safe, stay warm, stay cool, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you, TikTok. See you, YouTube. Thank you for the gifts.